Hi everyone, Lady Rose here with you today, and I'm really excited about a deck that I just recently got in. It's an Oracle deck, and I ordered it because it has a very unique shape to it. So the name of the deck is the Guardian Angels cards, and it's a nice little box. The only thing about the box is it was really hard to get into. Like, I was breaking nails to kind of get it undone. I actually had to take a knife and go around the edge and sort of stretch the box out almost. So just a word of warning there that you might find it really hard to kind of get into. I've loosened it up since, so it's now good to go. But it's a really cool deck, and I saw it. I'm going to put a link for it to if you want to purchase it down below in the comments or in the description, I mean. Because it helps me out when you do make purchases through those links so that I can keep doing these videos for you. So we're going to check out, like I said, the Guardian Angels cards. So where it comes to angels, there's lots of different levels of angels. So guardian angels, we each get a guardian angel when we're born that stays with us all our life. And some guardian angels stay with us, if you believe in reincarnation, throughout many lives. So we sometimes are wandering around with quite a few angels at our shoulders, at our backs, maybe on the roof of our cars. I know I have one that sits on the roof of my car that helps me when I'm driving and helps keep me safe and all that kind of stuff. So guardian angels are a class of angels unto themselves. I know a lot of people really like the archangels, and the archangels are wonderful, but they are not guardian angels. So they cannot be your guardian angel. I have clients who've said, you know, Gabriel's my guardian angel. Gabriel's probably helped you out a lot, or Michael is a big favorite. He's probably helped you out a lot, and that sort of thing. And it doesn't mean that archangels aren't going to help you out. They will, and definitely call upon them if you need them. And as I've said many, many times before in a lot of my readings and a lot of my videos, in order to have angels help you, you have to ask. Your guardian angel has a little bit of leeway because he is assigned to you when you're born, and he takes care of you. He actually is around when you're in the womb as well, and when you're developing in the womb, becoming who you are. And like I said, he's assigned to you for all of your life. So each of us at least have one guardian angel with us. Now, like I said, they have a little bit of leeway, our guardian angels, because their job is to guard us, of course, mostly from evil and from doing things that are sort of considered sinful and wrong and that sort of thing, right? But they are there to kind of help us along. And they can sometimes step in even if we haven't asked, if we've forgotten to ask, because part of their job is to keep us safe. But most of the time you have to ask. And the reason is, as human beings, we have the free will contract. So we have a choice. We always have a choice. It might be split-second choices that we're making, but we always have the choice to do the right thing or to do the wrong thing. Or to do something down the middle. But we always have that choice. Angels don't have that choice. Angels are divine beings, and they must always do divine action for the good of whomever they're doing it for. They must always do blessed and divine and goodness. They can't go any other way. They had a choice. I can go into that later. Because I'm not only a fairyologist, but I'm an angelologist as well. So there's a lot of different levels, classes, whatever you want, hierarchies of angels, and they all have different kinds of jobs. There's thousands of different angels. So some of my favorites, of course, are the archangels. They're very powerful, but there are ones that are higher than the archangels, the serums. And they tend to hang around the throne of God, and they are sort of the guardians of God. That people or angels have to go through them in order to speak to God, that sort of thing. The closest angels to God are actually the cherubs, though. So there are cherubs, and they do tend to be smaller, sort of more baby-like kind of angels, as opposed, like, you know, the ones that you see in, you know, vintage Valentine's Day cards or in paintings and things like that. Those are kind of what cherubs are like. And the reason they're closest to God is because God loves cherubs, because they bring happiness. They bring, you know, it's kind of like when a baby starts to giggle, you can't help but smile and be in a better mood. Well, that's kind of what cherubs are like. They're like, they baby giggle all the time. They're silly. They're full of joy. They're full of happiness. And they're like, when things go right for you and you're suddenly like, oh my God, I'm so happy and excited, cherubs are probably around you. You can ask cherubs to come around you as well, especially if you're feeling sad or you're feeling really blue and really down and you're finding it hard to kind of get out of the rut or the depression or whatever you're in. You know, ask the cherubs to come around, and they'll laugh you right out of your rut in a very nice way. They're very, very loving. You can't help but feel good around a cherub. All the angels love the cherubs, and like I said, they're the closest angel to God. They're the only ones that are allowed to just kind of lay around with him and sit on his throne. And you know, even the seraphims who guard him can't get as close as the cherubs can. The cherubs are the closest angels to God, and you can call on them as well, and they're very helpful. And I've had the pleasure of having some cherubs around me, and when I learned about them and learned that you can call on them, they've saved me from many a sort of blue day. And I can't help but sort of, you almost cry when they're around, but you cry sort of happy tears, and I can't help but get a little emotional when I talk about the cherubs, because they make you feel really good. So don't be afraid to call on the cherubs as well. Our focus is on the guardian angels. That's the deck right here. So you can see that it's a heart-shaped deck, beautiful deck. I love this deck the minute it came out of the box. And it's something to be gotten used to as far as shuffling, you know, because if you're shuffling, they're never going to go back kind of in the right spot right away. You kind of have to then reorganize them, but they are easy enough to shuffle. The card itself is good and sturdy. It's not super thick, which is good. You kind of don't want that, but they're bendy without being, you know, too paper-like or too thin and flimsy, and they're kind of coated in a glossiness that's really nice. So they're good to handle, so that's why you can kind of shuffle them without too much trouble. As you can see, I'm shuffling them up. They don't always go exactly the way they're supposed to, because they're not a square deck, but they do shuffle up pretty good. And then when I spread them out, if I want someone to pick a card or whatever, they spread out fairly nicely. I mean, it's still a new deck, so I'm still working it in, but there it is. Now this deck was done by what is his name again? Tony Carmen Salerno. He's from Australia. He's an Australian artist, and he's considered an intuitive artist and author. And he's actually in Melbourne, Australia. So that's where these cards come from. And like I said, guardian angels are with us. Sometimes you have more than one guardian angel. Sometimes you have 3, 4, 5, 6, who knows. So they're all trying to help us out. And like I said, in order to really get some angel help, you need to ask for it. They can come in and do things more if you ask for it, because like I said, our guardian angels has a little bit of leeway, but not much, just a little bit. But normally speaking, you have to ask for help from from angels, whether it's archangels, guardian angels, cherubs, whoever it might be, because they can't interfere with our free will. So if they just start doing stuff for us, that's interfering in our free will. So by asking for things, like asking for help, asking for healing, asking for a sign, and you can ask for a specific sign. Some people forget that. They're like, I asked for a sign, I didn't get one. You probably got 9 million of them, but you, as humans, we're not as perceptive as angels are. Angels are way smarter than us, and they sent us all kinds of signs, and we just missed them all. So you can say, you know, I want a feather, or I want a dime, or I want a penny, or could you send me, you know, whatever it might be, a flower, or send me a, you know, a robin for me to see, and then I'll know it's the right sign, right? Now, they do have a sense of humor, and angels love puns. So I'm just going to put that out there, so be aware of that. So when you're asking for a sign, you might get it in the form of a pun. You'll be like, oh, I see what you did there. Okay. Lame, but okay, I get it. So they love puns. So they might be a little silly with you as well. It doesn't just take a cherub to be silly. And they will give you a sign sometimes in the form of a pun. So be aware of that. So just to show you kind of what some of these cards look like. Now there's going to be an Easter egg kind of at the end of this video. So if you watch the whole thing, you'll figure out what the Easter egg is, and it's a little gift for you. So these cards are very colorful. You can see on the other side all kinds of different colors. I just really like the feel and tone of this deck. It's very gentle. It's very loving. At the same time, it will kind of, it doesn't give you tough love so much, but it does remind you of things. So you've got believe, be open to all possibilities and opportunities. You've got your inner child kind of thing. You've got, this is an invitation. We, your guardian angels, ask you to invite us into your heart. So they're telling you, ask us to, you know, interfere or be a part of your life. Talk to us at any time. Share with us your fears and concerns, as well as your joys and pleasures. You don't always have to go to them when you're in need of something. You can share joys and pleasures with them too. Not that they're sad that you're talking to them when you're just sad, but, you know, share the good things as well as the bad. And be thankful. I find sharing gratitude with your angels is a great thing. And anything that you share with them, they share with divine beings. So it all kind of gets filtered through. So that everybody kind of hears you. Manifestation, another one. Reminder of a guardian angel. Action. Acceptance. Love. And it's like giving someone a Valentine when it's not even Valentine's Day. I've been having clients choose a card just as a bonus card with any reading. And yeah, and it's been so much fun to see what everyone gets. Now there's special cards in here too. I think there's about 6 of them. I'm just seeing if it says on here. It doesn't say, but I think there's about 6. So it's a 46 card deck. And like I said, I'll put a link below for the deck, because it helps me when you guys click there so that I can keep doing these kind of videos. But there's prayer ones right in there. So there's actual like, dear guardian angel, help me to dissolve past guilt or regret. Help me to see all that is always in perfect and divine order. Help me to let go of the fear that I project on my future. That's a big one. Help me to live fully within each precious moment and feel your eternal love within and around me. Help me to realize and fulfill my true potential. Thank you. So I try to talk to my guardian angels at least on a daily. I do call in my guardian angels every time I do a reading, because I want them at my shoulders. I just posted on my Facebook profile that, you know, it's because I had a lot of messages coming in of clients saying, oh, you're an amazing healer, you've really helped me see the light and all that kind of stuff. And really, I truly believe I'm the tool, I'm the vessel. I ask my guardian angels to guide me and to be the mouthpiece for them. And for my clients' guardian angels, I invite them in as well to relay whatever messages and whatever love they need to hear. And I listen. I just open my ears and I listen, and I'm able to hear what they're saying most of the time. Sometimes they're all talking to me at once, and I got to tell a client to, okay, just hang on, I got to hear all this. But I invite them to talk to me, to relay whatever messages, and to guide me in my words and in my direction and advice. It's not my advice, it's the angels who are using me to give out the advice. And I really believe that that really happens. And I'm just so very, very honored and grateful that I'm able to be an angel's messenger. And there are some big angels out there. I've had experience with angels. Like I said, I've had experience with cherubs, and they'll bring tears to your eyes, but happy kind of tears. I've experienced 4 of my guardian angels coming down and protecting me. And I saw my guardian angels, and they were really tall. So they're often a lot bigger than you think. The cherubs, they're just wee little things, so they're a lot less intimidating, but they're not supposed to be intimidating. Neither are your guardian angels, but they were in protective mode, so I get it. And they were very, it was a powerful, powerful moment of healing for me. So that's why I do actually do a lot of angel readings. I don't always advertise that, which is weird, but I always bring angels into any tarot reading. I have a lot of angel decks and things like that, but this one I'm in love with. Put the heart up right here. So the Easter egg that I'm going to be putting into this video is, if you message me on my Facebook page, which is Goddess Garage Tarot Parlor, and I'll put a link in the description below for my tarot parlor on Facebook. Or if you are on Instagram and maybe you're not on Facebook, you can message me on Instagram as well, and on there I'm known as Lady Rose Tarot, so you can find me that way. I will also put a link for my Instagram there. And if you message me either way and say, oh, I watched your Guardian Angels card video, then I will pull a card for you. I will take a picture of it for free, and I will send it to you, and it'll be a lovely little angel message you can get. And if you want to share this with your friends, please do so. Don't tell them that what the Easter egg is, just tell them there's an Easter egg, a gift at the end of the video. So watch it. If you know, tell them watch it so that they can get their angel message too, but just try not to tell them it's an angel message, so they can find out too that they've got a little gift coming to them. So I appreciate if you share that with your friends, and like I said, find me on either Facebook or Instagram. I'll put the links below so that you can get your angel message. And if you want your own angel deck, it would be a lovely deck to just pull a card, you know, once a week, maybe a couple times a week, and just see what the angels want to say to you. If you want to have it handy for friends and family, please click the link below for the Amazon link that I'll put in there for how to get this deck. It does help support me so I can keep doing these kind of videos for you. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Lady Rose of Goddess Garage. I hope to hear from you so I can give you an angel message. Thanks so much. Bye.